slap me.
You're retard. Slap me for what?
Fucking
I said a fucking stupid strategy and it's not gonna fucking work. You're a small ass stupid retard.
I am 22, bitch. How old are you?
You're a cheat. Did you just touch me? Big brother, she fucking pulled my hair.
Fight today, enjoyment tomorrow. Cook for the same kitchen, that's one now wahala. Bath for the same bathroom today, na palava. Share the same toilet, Fuji, house of commotion. That is what this house is, literally. It is literally a Fuji house of commotion, because what in the world? Like, I don't even know if I should blame alcohol or this is them again for the umpteenth time just acting out of character, but this is a lot and I'm about to unpack everything to you guys. The fight with Ilebaye versus Ceec, Ilebaye versus Princess, Ilebaye versus Doyin, her authentic friend who is always by her side, who has always been by her side every time she had altercations with other housemates. She gave Doyin her own fair share, and oh my gosh, I'm about to unpack everything that happened. And if you haven't subscribed, exactly what are you waiting for? Like, just hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's commence. It seemed as though Ilebaye and Doyin had an altercation before, and the reason they had an altercation was because Doyin was not on talking terms with somebody, and the person, I don't know who that person is, but it's a guy, and the guy actually told Ilebaye something. Ilebaye acted as if it was said in confidentiality, and she didn't want to divulge the information to Doyin, and Doyin felt like that was, that was a bit bad. She felt so bad because, I mean, she has always been carrying her matter on her head, talking about her and everything, supporting her, defending her whenever she had, checking up on her basically. But for her to hide that or not want to tell her that what that person said, knowing fully well that they have an issue, an existing problem between the both of them, Doyin felt like that was a bit laid down on her, like it wasn't really fair, based on the fact that she wasn't really reciprocating the same energy concerning their friendship. So they had an issue, right? Ilebaye was talking to Pere about it. She was even crying. She was telling Pere that when Doyin had an issue with Cross, she even wanted to confront Cross, but she didn't want it to seem as though Doyin is having an issue with somebody because of her. She was just going all over the place. But anyways, there was also Doyin and Mercy, Ceec and Princess talking about the same issue, and they were actually encouraging Doyin to speak to Ilebaye about the issue they had, considering the fact that Ilebaye was not by her side, did not follow her to the room to talk to her about the issue she had with Cross. Same thing with the tampon issue. She wasn't there for her basically, right? So they were like, you need to go talk to her. And Doyin said she did not want to talk to Ilebaye about the issue. She didn't want to say anything to Ilebaye about the issue. Now Ceec was like, you have to go because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. There could be an eviction. And Doyin said she didn't want to because if she goes over to meet Ilebaye, there would be like a bit of a back and forth and like an altercation, a quarrel, and she didn't want that. Like, it wasn't the best time and all of that. And Ceec was like, okay, no problem though, you're not going to have the chance anymore. If there's an eviction tomorrow, you're not going to have the chance anymore you wouldn't have the chance rather to even speak about the issue, so it's best you do it now. Ceec moved over to meet Kidwaya. At that time, Kidwaya was the one talking to Ilebaye about the issue, and Ceec said to Kidwaya, leave this girl, she knows what she's doing. Guys, let's be honest, that statement is enough to get someone provoked. That's a provocative statement right there. Let us be honest. You're talking to somebody and then someone else comes to tell the person, oh, leave this girl, she knows what she's doing. In the heat of that moment, that is actually going to get someone provoked. Let's be honest. So I'm going to call a spade and not a shovel. It wasn't in Ceec's place to say that to Ilebaye. I mean, it was Doyin and Ilebaye's fight. It's okay for her to go to each of them, give them her opinion, but for you to want to try to bring up a reaction from someone by making such a provocative statement, that was sad and that was not appropriate. Ceec shouldn't have done that. So she got the reaction she wanted because Ilebaye wasn't having it. She told her to shut up. Ceec also said, shut up, who are you, you're a retard, you're a mental case, you're mentally deranged. The back and forth went on, and then the age shaming. Oh my gosh, the age shaming. Ilebaye literally age shamed Ceec. She was like, how old are you? I'm 22 and I'm a baddie. And you know, it was just going on, and then Angel actually took Ceec out of the garden. Guys, forget I summarized this fight. It was a lot. Check it out.
Smell the leg. She said it. Smell the leg.
Touch me.
She said it. Smell the leg. Yeah, I kiss a nigga for you, baby. Baby. Stop touching me because you disqualification. Are you aware? Are you aware? You will. Are you aware of that? You provocate me so you get the second. Always playing the victim. Get a fucking personality.
It was crazy, you know, like it was so crazy. Like, I mean, how did it get here? From where to where? You're a mental case. Shut up. How old are you? Anyways, Angel took Ceec to the living room, and I was like, Ceec, it's not even your place to have this altercation with Ilebaye, because you're not the one she betrayed. Like, you get me, you're not friends with her, so what's the problem? And that was when I realized that, okay, it's because of the statement or the word, the name Ilebaye called Ceec. There was a time, you know, she was looking after Cross, and Ilebaye called her a babysitter. So I don't know, maybe she didn't react at that time, so I don't know, maybe like she felt this was, you know, enough criteria, enough scenario for her to, like, you know, pour out her emotions and everything, because why else was she bringing up that topic about Ilebaye calling her a babysitter? She went on and on that, oh, it was, what was she doing at the age of 22, that when she was 22 she was called to bar. And Angel was just there saying, thank God though, thank God that yes, this happened, because when it happened to me, everyone was saying I'm unhinged, I'm just a termagant, an angry woman, an angry bird. But back to the garden, Doyin was explaining to Pere what happened, and she mentioned like several issues. I think she mentioned like 3 problems. She talked about how Ilebaye did not open up to her what the person she actually has an issue with, that's a guy in the house, said to her, and she felt like that was so sad, and she felt like, you know, she was not reciprocating the energy she was giving her in their friendship. Another thing was about the bracelet. Ilebaye gave her a bracelet, a gold bracelet, and when she was taking her bath, she left it on basin, right? And then she forgot it there actually, and then after like 5 minutes she realized it and she went back to get it. But time for the party, she couldn't wear it because her accessories were silver in color and the bracelet was gold. It couldn't match, so she left it. And then Ilebaye came to her and she was like, you're sick, you're a B, this and that. She called her the B word. I felt like it was so uncalled for, because why exactly are you, you know, going at me like this? Anyways, Ilebaye was just seated, just looking. She was just lost basically. And then there was Princess rather, who was, you know, getting back at her, and she was like, girl, my shoe can actually land on your forehead. And what's her name again? Ilebaye was like, do it now, if you have the balls, throw it. And she was like, no, what you're doing is not working, like you're not going to tempt me, it's not working. They just kept going back and forth, and you know, Alex was trying to like prevent his Princess from throwing the shoe. I feel like these people that are inserting themselves in people's fights, I wonder how they sleep at night, because I don't understand. Princess, your own, nothing concern you concern this matter. Why are you even included? Why are you telling her that your shoe can actually land on her forehead? What is your own inside the matter? I don't understand. What's your business basically? Anyways, before I could say Jack Robinson, I saw Ceec back again into the garden. It seemed as though Ceec just evaluated, scrutinized the whole insult Ilebaye gave her inside the living room. You know, and she was like, nah, I can't just leave this girl like this. I need to go and give her my peace of mind again for the second time. And then she went back and she was like, yes, at 22, I was called to bar. What were you doing at 22? And then the back and forth happened again. They kept going on and on each other. And then again, she was telling her how, you know, she was not a true friend to Doyin. And, you know, Ilebaye was like, yes, I'm a true friend to Doyin. Yes, we're having issues now, but yeah, we're going to settle our issues eventually. Don't come in between us. Don't come in between our friendship. They were still going back and forth. Cross tried to separate the both of them. And it's the way Kid Wire just flung him to the side. Like, he didn't even let him touch any of them at all. And that is because, if you guys do not know, the guys actually had, you know, an agreement not to settle, not to prevent the girls from fighting. They actually want the girls to fight and, you know, probably get strikes and then get disqualified, especially the top girls, the alpha females, that's Ceec, Mercy and the likes, right? So that they can have a chance on winning the money. These guys, and their own, you know, their own strategies, just so funny. So while that was happening, they were still separating them. Then Doyin decided to give Ilebaye her own peace of mind. I wonder why Doyin felt the need to even tell her anything, because she was the one who said she didn't want to confront Ilebaye because of the issue. She didn't want to confront her at all because she felt it would lead to an altercation. So I didn't feel the need for her to now tell her anything at all, or go to her to even confront her about anything. Just like, let me just tell you something, you're going to regret this action. And God, I mean, you're talking to somebody, this is what you're saying to the person when the person is obviously exasperated. or maybe because you decide to just be oblivious to the fact that the person is angry. But it was obvious Ilebaye was angry, so I feel like Doyin shouldn't have approached her at that point in time. And yes, Ilebaye just snapped out of it and she just gave it back to her. Shut up. She called her the B word and everything, and she even pushed her. Oh, I didn't even state where Ilebaye actually pulled Ceec's hair. Yes, she did. When they had the first issue where Ilebaye told her to shut up, Ceec said the same thing. She pulled her hair, and then when Doyin came to her and wanted to give her a piece of her mind, telling her how she's going to regret her actions, she pushed Doyin. Guys, she literally pushed Doyin. So I feel that there's going to be a strike. I think they're going to be like more than one strikes for assault and provocation. It was at this moment that Big Brother called her to come into the diary room, and she didn't even answer. She was so lackadaisical, like, who is talking to me? She kept on going on and on Doyin, but eventually Neo came and he walked her to the diary room. And Ceec just kept talking, the girls kept talking. Angel was just so happy. She was with Soma saying that she's so happy that this happened, so everybody can know Ilebaye for who she truly is. It's as if they just unlocked her strategy today, because even Venita, Angel, Mercy, Princess, Ceec were all talking about how she would provoke somebody and go and start claiming the victim, start crying, shedding tears, acting like she's the victim, like the one who was wronged, that she's just a strategist, she's just so fake. Now waiting happened be that too, but guys, let me just be honest, in my own perspective, I feel like Ceec shouldn't have gone to Kidwire when he was with Ilebaye and make such statement. That's a provocative statement right there. Leave this girl Jare, she know what she did do, like she knows what she's doing. That's wrong. I mean, if you say that to me, especially when I'm aggravated, I would want to react. So I feel like Ceec just brought about this issue on herself. Like she shouldn't have even been involved at all, because it wasn't her fight. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section about all of this gist I just filled you in. I'm sure glad Ceec put her in her own place, because it seems as though nobody has been able to do that. But share your thoughts with me in the comment section about all of this gist I just filled you in. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. See you all in my next video. Bye.